Hello, Newcastle United faithful. Let's talk about something that's been on everyone's mind. Alexander Isak. Our Swedish goal machine has been setting the Premier League alight this season, proving why Newcastle United is the best club in the world. Forget Erling Haaland and Mohamed Salah. Isak is right up there with them, tearing up defences and showing why he's one of the deadliest strikers in England. With 17 league goals already this campaign, it's no surprise that clubs like Arsenal are lurking, hoping to tempt him away. But let's be clear, Newcastle are not selling. The club is determined to keep him at St. James's Park. And honestly, why would he want to leave? The atmosphere here is electric. And with the project we're building under Eddie Howe, we're heading for greatness. Now, we all know that big clubs throw crazy numbers around when talking transfers. There have been reports suggesting that Isak is worth $150 million, but according to top journalist David Ornstein, that figure is just speculation. He reckons Isak's real market value is between $100 to $150 million. But even that doesn't mean much, because Newcastle have no interest in selling. And let's be real, how do you replace a player like Isak? He's not just a goal scorer. He's got pace, skill, finishing ability, and dribbling that reminds people of Thierry Henry. Players like that don't come around often. Even if Newcastle received a record-breaking fee, finding someone to step into his boots would be nearly impossible. That's why the club is working on a new contract to keep him here long-term. But Isak has a couple of demands. He wants to be the top earner at the club, surpassing Bruno Guimaraes' $160,000 a week wage. He also wants to take over Callum Wilson's iconic number 9 shirt. If Newcastle secure Champions League football, that will be a massive boost in convincing him to stay. And let's be honest, he deserves to be playing at the highest level with the black and white army behind him. Sporting director Paul Mitchell has a big job on his hands, but the priority is clear: keep Isak at all costs. Arsenal fans might get another look at what they can't have when we face them again. But let's make one thing clear: Alexander Isak belongs at Newcastle United, and he's going nowhere. That's it for now, Magpies. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should Isak get the number 9 shirt? And do you believe he'll sign a new deal? Stick around for the next update, where we'll talk about Lloyd Kelly's move to Juventus and what Eddie Howe had to say about it. Now, if you're anything like me, you were probably surprised to see Kelly leave after such a short time at Newcastle. He only joined us in the summer on a free transfer from Bournemouth. And just like that, he's off to Italy. So what happened? Why would we let go of a player we had just brought in? Well, Eddie Howe has finally explained it, and it's clear that Newcastle didn't want to sell him. In his pre-match press conference, Howe admitted that the club was very reluctant to let Kelly go. He saw the defender as a valuable asset, but there were bigger factors at play, specifically the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, PSR. We all know that PSR has been a nightmare for many clubs, and Newcastle hasn't been spared. While the club is backed by one of the wealthiest ownership groups in football, spending is restricted by these financial regulations. That means tough decisions have to be made, and unfortunately, Kelly was sacrificed for the long-term benefits of the club. Juventus swooped in at the last moment and secured a loan deal with an obligation to buy. The Italian giants will pay $3 million for the loan and an additional $14.5 million plus $3 million in bonuses to make the move permanent. For a player who arrived for free, that's a solid profit, but it's still a bit frustrating to see him leave before he even had the chance to make a real impact. Howe acknowledged that Kelly's limited game time played a role in the decision. As well, he's a quality defender, but he struggled to get minutes because of the form of the players ahead of him. At Newcastle, you have to earn your spot, and unfortunately for Kelly, others were performing at a level that made it difficult for him to break in. That said, Howe was full of praise for Kelly's attitude, saying he was a true professional during his time at the club, and now he gets a fresh start in Serie A, where he'll have the chance to prove himself at one of Europe's biggest clubs. Now, here's the big question. Was this the right move for Newcastle? On one hand, PSR restrictions mean we had to be smart with our finances, and if moving Kelly helps us in the long run, then maybe it was necessary. But on the other hand, we've lost a defensive option, and injuries have already tested our squad depth this season. If we suffer more setbacks at the back, we might find ourselves wishing we had kept him. One thing's for sure, Newcastle is building for the future, and every move we make is part of a bigger plan. It's frustrating to lose players, but if this decision helps us stay competitive and strengthen other areas of the squad, then we have to trust the process. That's it for today, Magpies. Let me know what you think. Was selling Kelly the right decision? Or should we have kept him as defensive cover? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive Newcastle United updates. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.